Welcome back to my channel.
Hey guys, and welcome to the podcast.
Reflect and Rise.
Reflect and Rise. Welcome to the Reflect and Rise podcast. We are joined today by the wonderful and my new friend, Serena.
Thank you for having me today, Adrian.
You're very, very welcome. Now, we have to start with how we met, because we met 3 days ago. Yeah, you were trying to go undercover at Lindy Hop.
That wasn't intentional at all.
No?
Nope. Okay, maybe a little, but I was also curious about how much I could, just glide in, like sneak in. And Yeah.
So for context, for anyone who's listening, we're talking about like swing dancing, and Serena here, you do bachata and salsa.
Mm-hmm. And Adrian here is a swinger.
No. Hang on. Swing dancer. Let's not conflate the two. So what happened was we were dancing and we did something where I felt like, I think she's a salsa dancer / bachata dancer. So I pulled one of, I had one of her hands here like this. I pulled one of these and she did that. And then immediately I was like, salsa, bachata. And then she was like, oh no, I've been caught.
Busted, called me out. No one has ever said that the whole night. So I was just like low-key happy.
Yeah.
I went around telling people that, this is like my first time here.
Well, you're a very naturally good dancer. Like, because you understand bachata and salsa, it came easy to you to do swing dancing. Right?
Thank you. I think you're also very good at musicality as well. You listen and you reflect and then you rise.
Oh my god.
That's what you do on the dance floor too.
I do enjoy my musicality. Now, speaking of musicality, tell us a bit more about your background in dance, music, and tell us a bit more, give us an intro to you.
Okay, so I discovered salsa bachata way before I discovered salsa bachata. I actually did a couple of ballroom dance classes back in Singapore.
Yeah.
When I was going for school.
Okay.
And then I switched to salsa back home. Like I was back in Yangon, and this bar was giving out like free classes if you get some drinks. And then I just walked into it. I was like, okay, I'm ready for my first class, and the rest is history. So that's how I started. It was not easy because I don't think none of my friends were into it. It was just me. So I make friends along the way. And I fell in love with social dancing, the imperfection of it all, really. Because for the longest time I've planned my life. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want it to be perfect. But on the dance floor itself, like it comes on the spot. You're allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think that is how I heal as well. In a sense that, it doesn't always need to be prescripted, and it doesn't always need to go according to plan.
Yeah. So you'd say, you use the term, it's healing. So you use social dancing as a way to heal from hardships in the past. Is that fair?
That, and just, I would say it's a support system that I have. Yeah, that it's a support system of mine. It's not, dependent on one specific person. It's an activity with people, of course. That's what makes it so interesting. You get to meet really cool people. You get to meet people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, let's flip this. How about yourself?
What, bro? You're my guest. I'm interviewing you.
Why can't it be a friendly conversation?
Okay.
I would love to know
What is your question?
How did you start dancing?
Have you ever seen the movie Swing Kids?
No.
So Swing Kids is a movie. It has Christian Bale in it. It's about Nazi Germany and how these kids really they were rebelling against Nazi Germany by swing dancing. They were into American culture, jazz, all of that. And there was a scene where they were walking into a ballroom. They said hi to this person, hi to that person. People knew their name, and they like really cared about them, and they were just home. They felt at home. And I said, I want that. I want to walk in somewhere and feel like I belong.
Oh, yeah.
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 And so luckily swing dancing is all over the world. However, it it's not. It's kind of like a dream, you know. You can feel like you belong up until you feel like you don't anymore. You know, kind of like everything. Sometimes things happen in a community, and maybe you have an issue with someone, and it's not the same anymore. It's like the rose tinted glasses come off. Yeah, but that's a whole deep other conversation there. So let's do this. Let's play the back and forth. I ask you a question, you ask me a question.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so now it's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned it's a way for you to heal and have community. How long have you been, this is the first part of the question, how long have you been dancing?
For about on and off since I picked up right before COVID.
Okay, so around 2020, 2019. So then my question is, before you found the dance community, when you were in like school, college, and whatnot, how did you get support? Where was your community before?
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the problem. I didn't have any.
Wow.
Like, I mean, I think family, of course. Like, my dad has been my anchor, and I would always go to him for advice and all. But yeah, it can't be like that anymore, you know. Like, it has to be. I can't always be depending on one person, one specific person. So I think that's why the support comes in from activities like dancing and doing yoga.
Yeah.
Because yoga is also highly spiritual as well. Yeah.
I got you. Interesting.
How about yourself?
I was always big into sports. So soccer was my go-to. Funny enough, now that you mention it, my entire life, I think that I built community based on a skill. I was good at something, therefore I got respect. And that's where I found my community. Now, in my current life, where like I'm not exceptional at really like anything, I'm finding that my community is dwindling. But there are still people that care about me for me. Like, I don't need to be good at something in order to have them as a friend or have community. So it used to be soccer. Now it is dance, but that's kind of like changing, you know?
So you think you need to be good at something to gain people's respect, or is that what you used to think?
I used to think that, but I've found some people in my life that love me for me, that care about me for me, despite whether I dance or not. Literally, I have friends that I could go, we can sit on our phones and just be there for like 3 hours. Not talk, just be together, and then get food. And that's like hanging out, quality time. Those are like my people. And those people are rare to find, honestly. Yeah. You should host a podcast. You're also good at asking questions.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I wanted to ask you about traveling because you had mentioned that, right?
Right.
You said that you've been solo traveling since like 2023. You said
Right.
sometimes it gets lonely. Talk to me about like what that feels like when you're traveling alone.
Traveling alone is very liberating.
Mm.
You get to plan everything. You get to be where you want to be, when you want to be, and who you want it to be with. Well, the who part is like, well, not very premeditated.
Right.
So that's the beauty of it all, right? Like I could just, it's very, it makes me feel very, very free, but at the same time, it can also get lonely in a sense that the sense of belonging is not there.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was recently introduced to this term called slow traveling. Yeah, that is living in one place for like 2-3 months and then moving around, like really getting to know the city itself, the smell of the city, all the 5 senses of the city, the people of the city. Right. So maybe I would try that. I'm not so sure. Well, so getting back to the loneliness, it is sometimes you don't feel like you belong, right? I think that's also why I dance. And like you said, you just walk into it. I resonate a lot with that. You just walk into one place and then you feel like you belong here. You belong on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing does help quell loneliness for sure. Especially when someone says your name and they give you a hug when they see you. I feel like that's a very big sign of like they're happy to see you. You're allowed to be there. You can be happy to be there. I think a lot of people tend to take that for granted for the people that have it right now, you know.
It also, dancing is also more, it helps you be in the present as well.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're just present and just enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I think it is a form of intimacy because you embrace each other, you have this connection. Even if you make some mistakes, people laugh about it. It's very heartwarming, really.
Yeah.
So you don't need to talk about, in that short period of time, you don't need to explain yourself, you don't need to talk about your struggles, your hardship and everything, just to feel seen or feel safe.
Yeah.
You know. So that's the magic of social dancing itself.
Yeah. It really, really is. All right, your turn.
Okay. So, what part of dancing makes you feel the most fulfilled?
Oh, you're asking this question in a weird time for me right now because I'm actually pretty unmotivated and unfulfilled in dance at the moment.
Ooh,
Yeah.
how come?
I just, I don't, typically with dancing, I've always been like, all right, I want to improve, I want to get better, I want to be a teacher, and I want to like help make a big impact, right? But as I've spent time away from dancing, I spent 2 months not dancing, I realized, damn, I didn't miss dancing once.
Oh.
I didn't feel like social dancing, I didn't feel like going out, like, I just didn't feel like it. And even now, like, I feel like the Lindy Hop and Balboa songs are really long. They're like, just, I'm like, oh man, this is alright, but like, I'd rather be not doing this.
Why?
It's very, very deep. If you want me to go into it, I can.
Go for it. Yeah.
Well,
Let's
because, so for one, dancing is a privilege, right? Not many people get to do it. Each ticket is around 200 baht, right, to get into dance here in Thailand. And I realized that I've been spending a lot of time, money, and energy for the past, I don't know, 12 years traveling to dance events, spending money for competitions, spending my time on renting a floor. There's a lot of time, energy, and money that goes into it. And I'm very grateful for the friends that I did make. I made some lifelong friends through dance. But I'm just at a point where I don't want to spend more money on it. I don't want to spend more energy on it because as I was home in Madagascar, I realized there are more important things that I want to spend my money on. Things on like setting up a business at home to help my family, or sending some money, helping my country, or building something that will get more jobs into the country. Those are all things that I really thought about, and dancing for me is not as important as it used to be. I was at a point where I was like, I want to compete, I want to travel, I want to teach, I want to just go headfirst into dancing, but it just doesn't bring me the same amount of joy. Now that's for Lindy Hop and Balboa, because Lindy Hop and Balboa, especially Balboa, I feel like I have to fit in a box. I feel like I have to do this one thing, or do it this way, or step this way, or take smaller steps, or shift my weight this way, or else it's not authentic and it's not real Balboa, which I understand. At the same time, I want freedom. And so blues dancing, which I showed you when we did it at the Hop, that's freeing to me. That's something I want to get better at. That's something I want to like really pour into, because it's actually able to express the emotions I'm currently feeling. Does that help answer your question?
Yeah.
That's a deep one.
So to recap, you would want to spend your time, energy, and money into something else. Okay, so let's get this straight, right? Why do you think you don't get as much joy as before? Is it the issues, the surface level issues that you just mentioned, which is a whole other conversation. Remember in the beginning, is it the drama of it all? Is it?
Well, it is. It's kind of like I feel jaded, because before when I used to look at swing dancing, I'm like, oh man, it's a special utopia where everyone's nice, everyone's kind, everyone's like a good person. You can leave your stuff on a chair and no one's gonna steal it because everyone's having a blast doing something else, right? But that novelty wore off. I realized that there are bad people in the swing dancing, just like in any community. There are bad apples, meaning people who are unkind, unjust, uncaring about the community. They just care about getting better and beating other people. And then there's like scene drama. You know, one person doesn't like this person, or someone used to date someone, whatever it may be. I just don't need that in my life. I don't want that in my life. Right now, the 3 things that I'm seeking in my life is peace, health, and stability. Those are the 3 things that I'm really like searching for. And dancing tends to teeter on that, because it's not as, it has the potential to not provide me peace. It hasn't provided me peace in a while, but here in Bangkok, I have found like a really great community, if that makes any sense. All right, you asked 2 questions. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
I want to change it a little bit.
Sure.
I want to talk
pivot.
more about you and less about dancing.
All right, let's do that.
So one of the first questions that we talked about when we met on Tuesday was where you're from, and you're from Myanmar, right?
From Myanmar.
But did you say you went to boarding school?
No, I didn't go. I went to an international school.
Ah, that's it. Yeah. And was it an American curriculum?
It was a British curriculum, actually.
IGCSEs?
Yes, O levels.
Oh.
I did my O levels, and then I went to get a diploma in Singapore, and then I did an online degree. Yeah, back home.
Masters?
Masters, not yet. That's something I've been thinking about.
Ah. And you're 24?
I'm 26.
26. Gotcha. So you're still somewhat young in your career.
I've actually had 7 years of experience,
Whoa.
full-time experience. I started working when I was 19.
Uh-huh.
So I did like full-time. I did a full-time job along with a part-time online degree thing at the same time. Oh my God, it was so horrible. Like, just imagine working from 9 till 5, and then having to do your coursework every single day. So the course itself had like so in total I had to submit 18 assignments
18
within 1.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of research, a lot of like essays to write, and a lot of things to digest, presentations and all. So, but the beauty of it all is that I would actually encourage it if you could get a chance, because working at the same time while you're learning about it itself makes you see things in a much more structured way.
Yeah, when I did my MBA, that's what I did. We took classes 2 days a week, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday we were working on an internship, and it was revolutionary. We were learning marketing and leadership skills that we were able to implement. So fully agreed. Then how did you maintain your emotional stability while you were so busy working and learning?
Oh, I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I think I picked up smoking, actually.
Oh, yeah?
From work. Yeah. So crazy story, my very first job, within the first week, I was sent abroad on a business trip for 2 weeks for training. And it was something that only, department heads and or department managers would go. But then I was sent because I was the only one that could speak really good English, and so I could translate that. The company was in a bad, like, was growing and like restructuring and all. So that's actually where I picked up smoking. Yeah, meeting these people is so intimidating. You get to know people, right? so that they could help you and vice versa. And smoking was a way of like socializing.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And
Yeah,
so,
I was horrible at it. Trust me, I was horrible at it.
at smoking?
At the emotional stability part.
And where are you at now?
Well, it comes in waves, right? Like I think everything, your emotions, your confidence, your stability, however you want to, however you want to put it, like it all comes in waves. And I think it may not seem like it, but I'm actually in kind of like a complex situation right now. I've got so many emotions going on, and like just over time you get to be a bit more, you learn to mask it better and like not let it affect other people.
I think you and I are in the same emotional depth at the moment.
Right.
Because I feel the same. I went to karaoke last night, and everyone was like, "Are you okay?" Because I kept on singing so hard and so loud with like all the songs that are so deep. I should have messaged you. You could have come to karaoke. That would have been fun.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun. But are you good at singing?
No.
Love it.
Are you?
No. There we go. But yeah, emotions, right? They come and go. Like, and I actually recently learned that confidence is also comes in waves.
Yeah.
Right? You could never be a highly confident person. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You could never be just a happy person all the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I learned about confidence recently.
I recently had like an interesting conversation with a friend about confidence, and she said, "Oh, I need a man who's going to be confident and approach me," because she says that a lot of men, they tend to be creepy, they tend to be like they don't have the confidence to approach, because to her confidence is a man who's steadfast, even keel, emotionally regulated, and someone who provides safety and comfort. Whereas some men, when they walk up to a girl, they're like, what's good, babe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's yeah. And so it's interesting that you mentioned confidence in that realm, in the realm of dating anyways. I find that confidence does ebb and flow, and of course it'd be nice to be confident all the time, but sometimes it's difficult too, right?
It is. I think, well, that's also why, like, I practice power poses. Have you heard of them? Yeah. I do that to the point where I'm naturally doing it. So fake it till you make it actually works. I was just thinking on the way here, the fake it to make it part. It is true. And if you can practice it, and you should, for people with low self-esteem, it really makes a big difference. So the power poses, long story short, it's more like your emotions control the way you move.
Yeah.
But what if the way you move control your emotions?
Yeah.
So it's the other way around, and it does, right? So in a group setting, or if you're just sitting on your own, make yourself bigger and like stay confident, look confident, and you will feel confident. Yeah. So I do power poses before, stressful situations as well.
I do this thing where I like beat my chest.
Or is it more like that?
No, it's literally like I do this before a competition. It's like I literally just beat my chest and tell myself, I know what I'm doing. It's like a version of giving myself a hug, that I learned from therapy. Instead, it's like, let's fucking do this type of shit, How did you learn about power poses?
Oh, it was through It was on a YouTube video, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I was just nervous back then before my IELTS, and then I looked it up and got to know about power poses and like how it affects you, and it really works. It does.
How? All right, so let's go back to the whole traveling thing and the loneliness thing, right? So, when you travel to a new place by yourself, how do you approach like meeting people or making friends?
How do I approach meeting people or making friends? That's the thing I have not cracked yet because every country is different, and like Thailand, for example, would be much more friendly and would have the locals would be much more friendly than compared to, let's say, Vietnam, which I find people to be a bit more reserved, right? So it's fine. Like, well, I do try my best. It's very apparent though in social dancing because it is social dancing,
Yeah.
which means you are socializing, and well, dancing is one way to meet people. But I also don't mind just approaching people and just striking a conversation at a cafe, or when I'm going around places and see fellow travelers or see the locals. Yeah. So being an extroverted person that I am, I don't have much issues with that.
What's your Myers-Briggs, your MBTI?
Okay, you guess the last two.
ENFJ.
Yes. I actually toggle between ENFJ and TJ.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have a logical part and you have a feelings part.
Yes. They're always like on a tug of war.
I'm an ESFJ.
ESFJ. Oh.
Yeah, that means I feel a lot of emotions.
But sensitive, like sensing, not sensitive, sensing. How is that different from N? N is more gut feeling
Intuition,
based
yeah.
and intuition. But S is how do S people work?
I mean, I could be wrong in this. I could actually be very wrong, but my understanding of intuition is when you make decisions, it's based on internally how you feel and like your gut, whereas sensing is like your external surroundings. How will my actions affect others? What external factors are impacting my decision? Or is someone able to change my decision or my actions externally? But I could be completely wrong. That's the way I see it, though.
I see. That makes sense. I do believe in first impressions. I do believe in, it's really strong for me. So
Yeah.
if I knew that, oh, okay, like this is not it. This is if I get an ick, for example. I used to give second chances to that person, be it in friendships or dating, right? It always goes wrong. Yeah. Maybe it's what's that called? Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
But then it has happened way too many times for me to, so I mean that's why I'm an N and you're an S.
Right. To ignore. You see patterns and you look at the common denominator. What are examples of some of the icks that you've seen from like people?
The difference in how they talk to you and other people. Like some people are the way that they behave around you is just weird. Like you could just feel it, and the way that they would how do I put this? Sometimes you're being treated differently, or they give you attitude, like attitude really. So first impressions, If there's attitude, then I'm like, oh, okay.
Not a good vibe.
Yeah, not a good vibe. But I don't think I would be able to explain that much. But because you are the S person, like the sensing person, what are some of the X?
Well,
You tell me.
I actually fully agree with you about the attitude piece, because it is an intuition when you meet someone. You're like, I don't vibe with this person very well. Maybe it's the way they carry themselves. Maybe it's their manner of speaking, where they talk down to someone, or they talk shit about someone the first minute they meet you.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're like, oh yeah. You say, oh hi, my name is Adrian. My name's Serena. Nice to meet you. And you're like, oh, have you danced with that person? They're like, don't dance with that person. They're a bitch. They're annoying. Blah 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 blah. Because the minute they do that, I'm like, all right, I barely know you. You're talking shit about someone. You're probably gonna talk shit about me too. So I do think that intuition and sensing, you can feel that from someone. For example, when I met you, you have such a hilarious sense of humor. I'm not going to repeat some of the things that you said.
For the sake of the video.
But your sense of humor is like so fucking awesome. And I was like, okay, this person's a vibe, you know?
And not many people get that, really. It's a hit or miss sense of humor thing. Like,
Yeah.
you could be throwing out whatever that comes to your mind, and then like the other person wouldn't pick it. They would just, you know.
Yeah, that's why I immediately thought, oh, did you go to boarding school? Did you go to international school? Because that type of sense of humor, it like blossoms in those environments.
Really.
Yeah, like the really our really fucked up sense of humor.
Okay, so what do boarding schools and international schools have in common? Is it more suppressed, or what do you think?
I think it is because you're in a boarding school or in an international school, you're in a very closed environment. So when you have that own closed environment, you kind of create your own culture. And so laughter is one of the ways to do that. And I found that a lot of people tend to gain a dark sense of humor because they feel a lot more comfortable to be able to say those things. When you go out in the world, it's like a bit, you have to like really gauge the person to know what their sense of humor is, you know? Because you can tell immediately after our interaction, you're like, oh yeah, I can fuck with this guy. I can like tell him, I can lie to him all day and he'll just fucking believe me. Which happened. I believed everything she said, and eventually I'm not gonna, anything you say, I'm not gonna believe you. But that type of sense of humor, you know?
That explains. You're right. Where did you develop your
Oh no, go ahead.
Where did you develop your dark sense of humor?
Movies, TV, my friends, you know, hanging around with guys who play sports and whatnot. They tend to have a pretty fucked up sense of humor. To be fair, there is a study that says the more dark your sense of humor, the less likely you'll get Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's a relief.
Or dementia, I think.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
Aw.
So you're never going to get dementia or Alzheimer's.
Oh,
that's
God
for sure.
bless me.
So that's where I got it from. I'm curious where you got it from.
I think it's a coping mechanism.
Oh.
I think it's a way to mask it all. Like, I've actually been through pretty traumatizing events in life, I guess. I've actually, lost my mom when I was younger. My mom has been sick all my life, and then during COVID, the Delta wave, I'm not sure if you were in Asia, but it was so horrible. The Delta COVID wave, it was so horrible. People were dying left, right, and center. Like on Facebook, you could see all of that. On every social media, really.
Yeah.
And like very tough times. My dad got sick, and then, my dad got sick. We had to go around looking for medication, and the prices have spiked up, and all these like really intense pressure environments have made me crack. Yeah, and that is, and that's why I can laugh about dead jokes, really. Really, like, not many people can laugh at dead jokes, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I get it from. It's a coping mechanism.
That sounds really hard that you went through all that, but it sounds like you found something that works for you.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah.
So then you use comedy or your sense of humor to help manage the emotional stress and pressure.
That's a good one. It relieves it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't go away like this, but it does help to relieve that.
And does it so if I hear everything that you mentioned so far, your sense of humor helps you cope, social dancing helps you cope, traveling helps you cope, right? And then your relationship with your dad helps you cope.
Yep, that would be the summary.
Gotcha. Do you have, outside of your dad, do you have friends, family members, or close people that also serve as your support?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, so let's say you run into an issue, right? Like, I think about whether it would make sense to talk to my friends, whether they could relate. Either they give you friends give you advice, or you can rent to this person. But the thing is, even if they don't know what maybe, if they can't relate to what you are going through and whatnot, they still know you. Sometimes better than you think you know yourself. Like, they've known you for quite some time, so they do give pretty good advice, even if they're not the experts in that particular topic.
Right.
Because they're the expert of you. Yeah, I do have friends. My circle is quite small though. Like, I keep it small. It's been a lot of inside jokes. I would say there are about 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 closest friends of mine that I can share anything with.
No judgment. They hold space for you.
No judgment.
Yeah.
I mean, no judgment, but, well, judgment with jokes.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I get exactly what you mean. Yeah. How did you meet them?
At school, mainly. From school.
Okay.
They're childhood friends, they're college friends, going through something together, right? Like, I find it hard for me to really get close to my coworkers, though. Yeah.
That's an interesting dynamic, like going from coworkers to friends.
Oh, no. I find it hard
Oh, like
to
you don't
make
want
friends
to.
with coworkers.
Gotcha. You like keeping that separation.
Yeah, I guess. How about yourself? Where do you meet your closest friends? Sports?
It's interesting because I've come to the point in my life where I realized some friendships are just going to end. You don't have enough things in common. I feel like I just shocked you for a second.
That's true.
Oh no.
That's true. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, because there was this guy who I was really close with before, and I felt like we were going to be friends forever. He was going to be one of my groomsmen, but we just stopped talking. We stopped keeping in touch. We don't have anything really in common, and there's really no effort on either our parts. And so that friendship kind of disappeared. The majority of my good friends, I can say right now, are people that I met through dance. But they either have stopped dancing or dancing is not their entire life, which is why I get along so well with them, because they're not like, oh, I need to be the best dancer of the whole entire world and this is my life. Instead, they're like, dancing is a part of my life, but it is not my life. What's more important to me is the people in my life. So yes, I made the majority of them through dance, I would say, because that's the one activity I've done for like over a decade that allows me to be social and meet people. Which it's nice, but I don't want to be one dimensional like that. I don't want to just have dancing and that be my single outlet or my single thing. I want to expand that, because if I can meet these wonderful people through dance, like what other wonderful people can I meet through other hobbies or other things like yoga, for example, or Muay Thai, both things I'm interested in.
I think at one point you were ambitious in dancing.
Yeah.
Did you manage to pursue your instructor dreams, or
Yeah,
you did?
Yeah, in 2024 or 2023, I was really doing well. I was winning competitions. I had a swing dance podcast. I was traveling and teaching around the world, DJing. I was doing really well, like dance career-wise. And I was thinking about really starting to take it a lot more seriously. But without going into details for now, there was a huge thing that happened that essentially ruined my life in 2024. And that just isolated me. I removed everyone from my Instagram, and except my trusted friends. I kind of like just disappeared. You know, that one's a pretty deep topic, which you and I can talk about like offline. But that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do that, is because I don't want to go somewhere and put my heart into something where that has a history of bad treatment. You know, it also has a history of like good things to good people, but the injustice can also be real, you know.
So, what are some of the ways that you're trying to manage this hurt? How are you recovering from this?
I left the environment. So,
Ciao.
yeah, I'm also traveling. That brings me some more peace. I'm taking time for myself. What I've done is a lot of therapy, a lot of coaching, read books, took courses, working on everything that I can to like improve myself overall. Because at the end of the day, you can't control other people or how people feel about you. You can only control yourself, which is why I'm pursuing peace, health, and stability. Because those are three things that are outside of dance that matter to me and that actually make an impact. If you really think about it, right? Outside of the light physical assistance and the emotional serotonin you get from dancing, it doesn't actually move your life forward, really. At least for me, it doesn't move my life forward, because it takes money, and I'm at the point where it is affecting my body injury-wise, and it takes a lot of time and energy that I might want to spend elsewhere, particularly with my family in Madagascar. Like that's really what's on my mind when it comes to the dancing. Now, let me ask you though, since you were talking about how you experience a lot of hardships and difficulties, especially with your dad and COVID and whatnot, what is one thing during that entire time that helped you push through the hardship? So we're talking about reflecting and rising, right? What's one thing that helped you rise?
Okay, let me reflect on that. It is more of a survival, literally a survival issue, right? Like you gotta do this or else you can't survive. But what's that called? Like you call that what? Survival
Instinct?
Instinct? Survival, yeah. I had to do it for survival.
Yeah.
For my family's survival.
Yeah.
Essentially. And literally. And so I just felt like if I don't do this, the worst thing will happen. The worst case scenario will happen.
Yeah.
And it is very near. It was very near. So yeah, people do whatever they could do to survive, I guess.
Can I just first express my appreciation for you being so open on this podcast about like those hardships, because there might be people listening who are going through that right now. And so understanding that, like, for you, the comedy and the survival instinct helped you get through that chapter in your life. Would it be fair to say you said, I have to tough this through for myself and for my family. Is that fair?
I have to tough what?
I have to tough it through. I have to do this.
Tough it through for
Like
the
you're,
family.
You're
Yeah.
motivated by your family and yourself.
Yep. Yeah. More for my family. Yeah.
Isn't that an interesting, powerful motivator? It's like when it comes to family, you can really do anything.
It is. But the thing is, I don't think I have the same motivation for myself like that. Yeah. Interesting, right? This is also a theme that I see in my friend. My closest friend, so let's just say, long story short, she was being interrogated. I'm not sure if I can say it, but okay, I'll just go for it anyways.
Well, share as little or as much as you want.
All right, so she had the long-term visa here.
Yeah.
And the Thai police actually pulled her out and then started interrogating her, essentially wanting money from her. Right. And she was all good. They were starting to get rude. They were asking to check for phone, checking all the bank slips, and like interrogating, like, where is this money going to? Where is this money coming from? Show me all of the company registrations. How you get this visa? Well, they're corrupted. They want to do it for money, right? But till then, she's all fine. Like she was angry, but she was all fine until the police started to talk about her dad. Like they got to know that the dad was on medical visa here. The dad was, her dad's been here for like a year or two, and they're like, we need your dad here. And it clicked. It triggered her, and she got so damn angry. She started saying that my dad is in bed for most of his days. Like he's got Alzheimer's, he's got dementia, both of it actually. And why are you demanding this? And she started to get really, really angry about it, very upset about it, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing wasn't happening when they were interrogating her, but when it comes to the people that she loves, that part of it comes out.
Yeah.
So is it just me and her, or is it also for you as well? Do you have the same motivation, the same type of protection for yourself as much as your family?
Oh yeah, 100%. I've accepted the fact that I'm a good person able to do bad things for the people I love.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've accepted that because I really love my family and I really love my friends. When it comes to the people I care about, one of my friends that I love dearly, she knows that if she called me and said, hey, I need you to come home and I need you to help me because I'm having this hard situation or whatever, that I would buy a ticket immediately and go there, no questions asked. She said the only rule when it comes to protecting her is I can't go to jail. That's what she said.
Aww.
That's the only rule.
Aww.
So yes, I think you and I, a lot of people share that love for their family because our parents brought us into the world and they sacrificed so much for us, right? Now, that does bring me to a concept that you talked about before, though. We have that motivation for our family, but then for ourselves, not so much. I'm completely there with you.
Right?
So then my question is, as of today, do you truly love yourself?
There are days where I beat myself up. I gotta be honest with you. There are days where I look at my progress at work, at school, at dancing, whatever, and see that, oh shit, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Can I do better? That type of, I've got those days. But at the same time, there are also days like I'm feeling good, like I'm looking pretty today. So, but do I love myself? Right. I am trying to, and I think I do. But sometimes maybe not enough. When I need it the most, I think I need to work on that. To be kind to myself.
Yep. Yeah.
To be like so the other day I was journaling and then I realized that I flipped the question, right? I mean, ChatGPT journal prompts help.
Yeah.
And so the question was, oh, okay, you have this issue, yada yada. So now, if your friend was going through this issue, knowing about their circumstances and conditions,
Yeah.
what would you talk to them? What would you tell them? And that shifted all my perspective, and I'm like, damn. Like, oh, this is... The answers were all in yourself, but
Yeah.
if you could be as kind to yourself as much as you are to other people, to your closest people, it would make my relationship with myself much, much better.
Oh man, that's crazy how like how prevalent that is, because I've heard the same thing. Treat yourself like a friend you care about or someone you care about, right? There was one instance where I had a friend, her name is Christina, and she's someone who works really hard. You know, she like puts a lot of effort into her dancing, into just anything she does. She puts in a lot of effort. She also tends to be like self-critical of herself because she wants to do better and she wants to improve. There was one instance where there was this dance instructor named Matt, and as she was saying, oh, I don't like this, I'm not good at this, and she was just like kind of talking down to herself. He said it was just a one-sided thing. He just said it, but it made such a huge impact on me. He said, oh, that's not a way to talk about my friend Christina. And he said it in a way that it was like, that's I don't want my friend to talk about herself that way. AKA, I want you to treat yourself with the same kindness that you would treat others, because he knows she would treat others very kindly. And so I really thought about that, and it makes sense. It's so much harder to do because some days are just hard. Some days are hard to get out of bed. Some days are hard to stop doom scrolling. Some days you just kind of like, yeah.
You just need to wallow in it. You just need to feel it.
Yeah. And those days can be hard if they go on one another, you know. Then that goes down the depression route a little bit.
Have you ever been depressed?
Oh my God, yeah.
Have you ever been, like, is it, okay, so this is what I don't get, right? Is depression and being depressed the same thing? I don't think so.
That's a good question.
Depression, I think, is long term, and feeling depressed is like a slump that you're in.
I have been diagnosed with seasonal depression. One of the reasons why I moved is because the winter and the cold really affected me. So there's that, but I also have had multiple slumps in my life that have caused me to be depressed. Now, I've made it out of every single one of those, so I know I can make it through everything. But depression kind of sucks, you know? It sucks a lot, especially because for me, as an immigrant, right? People in my home country, they can't afford to say, oh, I'm depressed, I'm not going to go to work, I'm going to call in sick, whatever. It's like, if you don't work, you don't eat. It's survival. And so for me, it's always been a struggle thinking, so many more people in my country or who I know, they have so many struggles, but they push through it despite how they feel. They do what they need to do despite how they feel. But
the thing is, your hardship, their hardship doesn't diminishes yours, right? Like, just because they're going through this doesn't mean you're going through it less, you know. Yeah.
I do think some people try to you know how some people try to measure hardship?
Oh yeah.
Like some people say, oh, well, I broke my finger and my cat died, and the other person says, well, I broke my leg and my dog died, so that's a bigger, more bad thing. When in actuality, it's not like you're looking at, let me put it this way, if you're looking horizontally, right, and there's a table, there are two cups, two glasses. One of them is like half full. The other one is like 3/4 full, right? That's how people view like suffering or hardship. When in actuality, that doesn't really help when you're trying to find a solution, except if you look at it from the top. If you look from the top, you just see two glasses and two waters, meaning that two people are suffering. You're not looking at the level, but you're just looking at the suffering. And so when you do it that way, at least for me, it allows me to empathize with the person who is suffering, be able to hold space for them, be able to provide them a place where they can feel safe enough to feel supported. I'm not trying to fix their problem, but I am trying to support them through that. That was a long-winded answer to depression. Or to your point about like not diminishing. That's so true.
It is like I've seen friends that do that, and I hate it. Like when they try to measure the hardship itself, when they try to compare it. But at the same time, I've also seen my friends that are like, oh, your hardship's much more serious than mine. I'm like, dude, don't say that. Like, just because I'm suffering in one way doesn't mean you're not suffering as well. And you're also suffering in your own way.
Yeah.
But I think life is also about suffering.
It is, yeah.
Right? There's no suffering then. What's the point?
Yeah.
So
That one of the things I want to do with my podcast in the long term is I would love to have a course on how to support friends who are suffering. Because I feel like so many people don't know how. They don't know how to hold space. Because if you tell me something like, let's invent a problem. Let's say, oh, you're sad because you had to break up with a friend. Like you and a friend had a disagreement, so you guys are no longer talking. Some people will go into like, well, did you talk to them about this? Did you do this? Did you do that? They try to go into problem solving. When in actuality, they should just say, thank you for sharing. That's really difficult. How can I support you? Or what do you need right now? Do you need a distraction? Do you need us to go eat? Do you need us to just go watch a movie and kind of escape? You know?
the way that you put it is so much more gentle than I would put it.
What would you say?
So I think I learned this from my ex. He told me that, okay, I have this problem. I was talking to him about it. He would say that, oh, do you need advice or do you want to rent?
Yes.
Right. But I tried that with my sisters and they don't seem to like it. They think it's too straightforward. But I think I should be putting it the way you put it. Oh, thank you for sharing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this. What do you need? Like, to be catering to what they would want in that situation. Right?
Yeah.
But do you want to rent or do you need advice? Some people say it's both. Some people say it's just renting. Most of the times I want to rent. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the type of person. Acts of service is not in my love languages, so
Yeah.
don't go out there and do the problem solving for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more of a words of affirmation person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
tell me that I can do it, I will do it. You know,
Yeah.
tell me that I can conquer the world, I will do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I love that you brought that up because I have something that I say only to people who I know me well and I know can handle emotional conversations. The phrase that I use is when they're talking to me about difficulty, I say, do you want perspective, advice, or for me just to listen?
Perspective, advice. What's the difference between perspective and advice?
Perspective is like a third person point of view where you're just looking at the situation and saying, hey, it looks like this is what's happening.
Assessing the
Yeah.
situation. Okay.
Advice is literally saying you should do this. Because some people, they do come to me asking for my advice for a particular situation. And other people, they just come to me because they need a safe place to just vent, to just speak, you know? And I feel like that's hard. What's also hard is some people just aren't in their emotional journey far enough where they know what they need. Sometimes they don't know. They don't know if they need to listen. They don't know if they need advice. It does take a level of self-awareness to know that But it is difficult because each person is different, right? And they need different things. Yeah.
True. But what do you need normally?
I need a hug, bro.
Yeah, hugs are so underrated. I swear to God. Like, yeah, go on.
No. Because for me, my two love languages, my primary love languages is words of affirmation and physical touch. And I have a friend. Her name is Prim. If you're listening to this, Prim, this is about you. We were talking like this. We were talking like really deeply about stuff. And I told her my love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. So later on that night, when she saw me later, she's like, I'm going to give you a hug. And that made me so happy because that means that she listened and that she wanted me to feel cared for. And that really mattered a lot to me. But what I need is just literally, like, if I really wanted to make it for real, I just need someone to give me a hug and tell me everything's going to be okay. You're smart. You're intelligent. They give me words of affirmation so I can conquer whatever obstacle I'm going through, you know? You said your love language was words of affirmation.
And quality time.
Quality time.
Yep.
So those are the two big ones.
The two big ones. But then the physical touch actually switches between, like summer and then winter.
Oh.
So winter, I mean, I live in the equator, but
Yeah.
still I get cold. In the winter itself, I would want, my physical touch scores would be higher.
In the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the summer, I'm like, don't touch me. Because my physical touch is way low. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I never heard, you're the first person I heard say your love language changes based on season. But it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Especially with how hot living on the equator is. Which, by the way, right now, do you live in Myanmar?
Yes, I do.
Gotcha. But you can travel anywhere, whenever, and work remotely.
That's debatable. I mean, well, it could be not just anywhere, but yeah, I could say that I could travel if I wanted to. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're nearing towards the end of the podcast.
Oh, it's been an hour. Oh my God.
So one of the questions I like to ask is, what is something that you would like to share, whether it was anything we talked about before or anything new that you think would resonate with any of the listeners. So our listeners primarily listen to hear people's hardships and how they grew from them. So what is, if you have anything else you'd like to share?
So to all the listeners, hang in there. We're all humans, and talking to Adrian has been an amazing experience for me to get to connect on a deeper level. It's actually very rare to be doing this, So please get out there, talk to your friends like this. Just ask each other some real questions, not just the surface level small talk, and you will see and feel that we're all in this together in one way or another. Really.
100%. 100%.
That sounds very corny.
No, I think it sounds very real. Because how many people actually do this? Sit down and have like this deep of conversations, asking questions about your heart, your spirit, your hardships. I feel like a lot of people tend to be very surface level, so I think a lot of people will resonate with that. I resonate with it because I really appreciate how open you were. I wanted to thank you again for being so open and
You're
for
welcome.
listening. And this is actually the first conversation where it was a full-on question. All the other podcasts I emphasized asking someone else, but this was really cool because this is a great way for us to get to know each other.
It is. I also wanted to get to know you.
Well, Sam. Well, that is everything we have for today's podcast. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give us 5-star on Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, everything like that.
Yep, make Adrian famous.
No, I don't want to be famous, but I want this to help people. So, Serena, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Make Adrian help people.
There you go. I like that. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like us on Spotify, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all the socials. We're really looking forward to bringing you some really awesome episodes. So enjoy and have a wonderful day. See you on the next one.